Like, you know, some people feel real existential dread around those conversations.
Which conversation?
You know, life, death, aliens, you know, whatever. Like anything that maybe challenges the momentary situation we're in. I don't feel that. I don't feel afraid of those concepts because I'm so aware, like we're saying, that it's so beyond the scope of what I'm clearly designed even to have. Like I use the example quite often. There's like on certain cameras, right? But like before, I can't remember what make it was. But when I used to do like shoot stuff, put my running gun in the woods and that, like certain cameras, there's a software update that was actually already on the camera in the first model, but they didn't release it until the second model.
Okay.
So it was there, but it was like turned off. Wow. And then not hackers, you know, like people who understand that kind of technology were able to be like, oh, I can actually just turn that on. So I don't have to get the new camera. I can just, it's already there, right? Like all the, you know, it's almost like that. It feels like I almost feel like I view reality sometimes in that sense where it's like, there's this certain software update within us that we actually just don't have access to yet because we're not that model yet, almost, or we're not, you know, or you get glimpses of it, you get moments of sort of like you see through the curtains, you're like, oh, I've never, like, and then it sort of
maybe we're not trusted with it.
And but it does feel like that, right? Because it's like in the example we just gave, look what we've done with the drop of consciousness we've been given. You know what I mean? Like beautiful things, incredible things, terrible things. What you just said was really powerful because it alludes to, without trying, and I'm not going to take I'm not taking necessarily the conversation. No, please.
That's why I say we're created beings, intentionally created, because given our own obsession with power, you're not thinking we'd turn every switch on that we could if we could have access to what was hiding inside. Let me leave that there.
Well, I'll pick up a little bit. And not to get too heavy on it, but just on the base of, I think even if you don't view that in the construct of a religious conversation or you know, it gets to a point where it's almost silly. And I don't mean disrespectful to anyone, and I don't mean it to undermine other people's belief systems, but it's almost silly not to look at this experience we're having and go, that's pretty niche.
There's too much alignment for me personally.
I agree. And even if you want to use a word like evolution and so on and so forth, that's more of the same thing that everyone's talking about. It's the same intentional movement towards a design choice that better suits an environment. Like these things, I think, are all making the same argument. Like
people are searching, Lucas.
Yeah.
The minute you lose control is the first initial base for you to basically do an inventory of what you don't have. And the reason that more theories that seem wider than what we would have maybe tolerated in a time not too far from now is because people realize the level of empty. And a level of empty in an environment and an atmosphere that is becoming more fierce in its intensity and not to the positive, to the negative, creates a level of fear. And that fear will drive a person to look for answers, and when they can't find them, to create ones sometimes that will justify or validate what they need in order to feel a level of peace.